Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report. On this edition of the program, we'll bring you more details surrounding the collapse of a 7-story building in Banana Island, Lagos State. The devastating effect of the first rainfall in the Shagamu area of Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, suggests that adequate steps must be taken by both the government as well as the residents of the state to check flooding. This and more in a moment. I am Yomi Otaibi. Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, was in the news on a sad note after a 7-story building under construction collapsed in the Banana area of Ikoyi. The latest incident in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Nigeria evokes concerns for what seems to have become a common incident in the southwestern states.
An unverified rare eyewitness video shows the very moments the 7-story building under construction in Banana Island collapsed while construction workers were at work.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus. Man. Jesus Christ.
Journalists make attempts to go into the estate to cover the incident, but are met with a brick wall as the estate management directs that no one should be allowed in.
This thing did not happen today. It is not today, since yesterday.
An altercation ensues when security personnel in the estate would not allow them to gain entrance after waiting for hours.
I'm not for you. I'm telling you. Listen to what the authority of the estate said. The man that has just spoken.
We have right to our information. You have forced yourself into the estate, which is wrong.
You can't say we should keep quiet. You have kept us for the past 3 hours. You can't tell us to be quiet. Why? Okay, you want me to answer? I'm not going to that. Please tell us.
Excuse me. Can you mind your manners, please? He's going to attend to you. He's going to attend to you at his time.
We have been there for 5 hours.
He will not. Excuse me. Excuse me.
He's going to have time. It's urgent and it's very.
What is urgent about it? No.
There is no urgency, but it happened and we should be able to cover it in due time.
What is urgent
it's
about
supposed to be a breaking news.
It is not. What happened yesterday is a breaking news when it happened yesterday.
Who owns the building?
Everybody, is a developer. I'm not sure about it.
You seem to be stubborn.
It's all over the social
Is it
media.
Joe Faraday?
I don't know.
So who is the developer?
Excuse me.
What are you hiding?
Excuse me. What are you? Can you mind your manners? What kind of stupid question?
What are you hiding?
It's a
At the collapse site, emergency responders continue to comb the rubble to possibly recover bodies and rescue anyone trapped in it.
We received a call late evening on our emergency numbers 112 telling us about this incident, and of course we came here immediately and we have been here since then. Upon getting to the scene, we realized that the building had come down. Our Lasambos were already on ground by the time I personally got here. They had treated about 7 to 8 minor injuries on getting to the scene. And a few of them that we felt needed to go to the hospital have, been taken to the hospitals last night, and many of them had minor injuries, and that is as far as injuries is concerned. In terms of fatalities, which you've asked, as of this moment, we have not recorded any fatalities as of this moment. We're here, our equipment are here. What we're trying to do now is to see how we can go through the rubbles very quickly to see if, and indeed, there are any fatalities that we can recover, as the case may be.
You understand that some people are not accounted for?
Well, since we got here, the CSO of this facility is here as well. The statement he gave to us, according to the CSO, is that they have done an accounting for all the people they expected to be on site, according to them, right? And according to them, all the people have been accounted for, according to them, and the only report they gave us was that one person has not been accounted for. However, they are not confirming if that person was on site or not. They are yet to confirm that. They have been trying to reach the number, and the number has been engaged, according to them. So that is what we're working with for now, until we, see anything otherwise.
What is the name of the contractor, the developer, and everyone involved in this particular project? And are they linked to the other buildings, adjoining buildings?
Yes, it's a site of 4 units, 4 complexes, as you can see. It's all interlinked. One has been affected. All right, the other 3 are still standing. The Lagos State government, what we're looking to do is to do an integrity test on it. So far, our investigation is ongoing, and at the end of our investigation, the next steps will be decided.
Our response time was 10 minutes. We moved in with our sophisticated equipment. We used Delta. The live site was divided into 4 quadrants. Now, and we checked each of the quadrants with our Delta, and we did not locate anybody under the debris with our Delta. However, because we are professionals and meticulous about what we are doing, we are using a hammer and excavator with cranes together. We started moving from one layer to another. And during this emergency response, we are able to rescue 7 people alive. Those people that were rescued were treated on the spot and discharged. It's only one that was taken to a private hospital where he's receiving adequate treatment. Yes. And if you can see that at the outer quadrant, we've already reached what we call ground zero. We are moving to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th quadrant, and believe me, we will get to ground zero in each of these quadrants to ensure transparency, to ensure that nobody is left in there, to ensure that the job is being done professionally. And concerning the other buildings, we are going to carry out holistic investigations. Now, when you are talking about the contractors, the physical planning are going to do that. They're going to tell you the clear status of the contractors.
What we have right now is observation of what's on ground, no scientific report yet. But what we can see are the notification for the collapse. What we did is just to mobilize officers from the Environmental Services Department to come and keep the place at least a bit cordoned to ensure that people are not coming into the collapse scene, and then there is no incursion whatsoever, and we're able to do that successfully. All the construction sites around here, the works have been stopped, and the workers, they have been moved away, and so for now that is going to be the situation. But for the people of Ikoyi, Obalende, and the environment within here, Parkview and Banana Island, I can just advise that everybody remain calm. There is no cause for alarm. There is no death recorded at this site, and definitely we don't have anything right now that suggests pollution, either underground or surface or air pollution. So for now, everything is still under control.
When it comes to averting danger like this one, what is your message?
Well, my message is for all to adhere to specification and standards. There are various government agencies, and I know they've done a lot of preliminary checks on drawings and bedding schedule and all that. But maybe some way, somehow, there's been sharp practices or deviation from the specifications. That is what I want to advise that we should desist from. This collapse building definitely have got a lot of money, and the collapse is not a gain to the owner, it's rather a loss. So if we prevent such by adding a required quantity of materials and genuine materials, it's going to make our buildings sustainable and durable and structurally sound and safe for habitation.
Search and rescue operation has been completed and the collapsed building leveled to ground zero. Meanwhile, the Lagos State government has launched a probe into the collapse of a 7-story building following a directive by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In a press release by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, the governor also directed that all development on Banana Island be placed on hold to enable a comprehensive audit by the Lagos State Building Control Agency.
You can always be a part of the program by simply posting your eyewitness pictures and videos to our portal via the Channels TV app. You can download the app from the various app stores online. Launch the app to reveal the eyewitness menu. Upload your pictures with information to help us get in touch with you. Let's see some of the shots sent in for the week.
We begin this segment of the program with this eyewitness video of a 40-feet container that fell on the Ojuelegba Bridge, crippling vehicular movement along the Funshaw-Williams Avenue in the Surulere area of Lagos State. No life was lost in the incident. The Ojuelegba Bridge has been notorious for accidents involving containerized vehicles. From the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, an eyewitness video captures traffic management officers controlling vehicular movement to avoid a burning tanker. Eyewitness says the petrol-laden tanker exploded after colliding with a sport utility vehicle on the Long Bridge end of the expressway. No casualty was, however, recorded as the occupants escaped unhurt. In the next video, also from Lagos, an eyewitness captures a scene of commotion after an accident involving a commercial bus in the Abulegba area of the state. The eyewitness, who was also a passenger, reported that the bus driver and one of the passengers were having heated argument in the bus, which made the driver to lose control. And in this video, sent in from Benue State, the eyewitness reporter captures liquid waste being emptied into the river Benue from a cassava plant located along the Makurdi-Boku Road. Here. The reporter described the smell of the waste as not just foul, but offensive and polluting the water. He laments that the polluted river could trigger health hazard among those who drink from it, and which also serves as a source of livelihood for hundreds of people. Still in Lagos is a video showing a fire outbreak during a wedding reception at an event center in Oregu, Ikeja. The reporter says the wedding reception was underway when fire suddenly broke out and caught the decoration materials when fireworks were lit. No one was injured in the incident.
Take it easy, do not push anybody. Do not push anybody.
Welcome back. We continue with environmental matters, this time in Bayelsa State. The state government and residents across communities in the South State witnessed sad moments, loss of lives and property to flood, caused by heavy rains in 2022. Well, it appears that the state government is trying to prevent such sad events as it begins the reconstruction of roads that were damaged by flood.
For weeks, several communities in Bayelsa State, including the state capital, Yenagoa, were overrun by flood between September and October 2022, destroying houses, farms and roads, amongst other public infrastructure.
No way to manage, you're not hungry, now they kill us, see me now, don't turn to carpenter by force. My children, where we there now and they inside water. We don't know one take survive on one bag of pure water and 800 now we they buy. We need on our help, our house, yeah. Some places now don't reach roof. We don't know our property, they inside water.
All our houses covered by water, nowhere to be stayed. It is not the commissioner that we should come here and rest. Even this my co-friend, he have 2 houses before all us fell down. Even myself too, thank you. We are suffering. Help us.
An aerial view reveals the area covered by the flood in 7 of the 8 local government areas in the state. The flood left damaged roads across the state, which further compounded the hardship experienced by the people long after the flood dried up. These roads are now being reconstructed or rehabilitated.
Few decisions were taken at the State Executive Council. Approval was granted. Contracts have been awarded, and so there is the need for us to come out to see exactly what the contractors are doing on ground. We started with the visit to Onwebumotweke site. You saw things for yourself. Contractor is on ground doing the work. From there, we moved to Imiringi Road. Contractor is on site working. We also went to Elebele Road, where we have made some diversions because the road was too, in short, had problems where we are having regular accidents. And we are replacing the iron bridges with concrete culverts there. And from there we moved to Pukuma Sabagria Road, where you saw work ongoing. Here we are now on Amasoma Road. We have visited 3 locations. This is the 3rd point where you see that work is also ongoing. And we believe that all the areas we have visited, we are believing strongly that work will be completed by July this year, latest. And we also visited Igbedi extension. We are doing over 2 kilometers of additional road after government had done 4.5, which was commissioned last year during the 2nd anniversary. You see the extent of work, and in the next 3 weeks maximum, that road will also be delivered.
We've always maintained as a government that we want to link up Bayelsa. We want to link up Bayelsa State. And how do we link up the state? It's not just linking up with creeks that are natural to us. The roads need to be constructed. We are doing this because like we always want to maintain, Bayelsa State was created in 1996. It's over 20 years now. And it is sad that with what we contribute to the federation, there are still local governments that are not connected by a road network. And as a responsible and responsive government, we feel that that is unacceptable. And since it is unacceptable, what do? We must link up these communities with roads.
Completion of these roads is meant for July, and hopefully the rains will be delayed to enable contractors to turn out projects that will stand the test of the flood.
In Ogun State, 14-year-old boy drowned in flood water after a heavy downpour ravaged some communities in Shagamu local government area of the state.
Collapsed drainage, fences, and washed foundations are evidence of the impact of flooding caused by heavy downpour in Shagamu, a semi-urban settlement in Ogun State. The impact cuts across 5 communities in the area. A 14-year-old boy was reportedly killed in the flood.
Our mommy is going to, I think, Ijebode. She now instructed them that he and his elderly brother, that they should go to grandma's house to go and take care of grandma. So he now gave them money. She gave them money to proceed to grandma's house. All of a sudden, somebody called me that he saw a post on WhatsApp that he can see the picture of the boy there. And I said, send the photo to me, let me see if it is true. So when I saw the post, and I now discover he's the one.
We want a solution to this problem. The local government is here. We are all here to see what we can do to solve the problem. You can just imagine the first rain now. It's just a minor rain. The May, June will be coming shortly. What the marketers and people living in the streets are doing is not encouraging. Because of this rubbish they are dropping, it's adding more to our problems, really. Once they can stop doing that, if they believe in general cleaning, then our problem will be solved.
The devastation attracts the attention of the Ogun State government. The Commissioner for Environment, Olaore Soya, tours the affected areas to assess the impact of the flood. In the process, he calls out a resident for not clearing his drainage.
No, I will do it anytime. This is not a day rain. Sir, send any representative to come. I don't know, I've been here before. Sir, it's a day rain. It's a day rain. Clear it. You do it right now, but it's a day rain. Clear it. Otherwise, sir, we have been doing it. The visit today is a fact-finding visit. Fact-finding vis-a-vis to establish the immediate and the remote cause of the death of the little boy that happened yesterday. The social media was awash with a lot of speculative reporting, and as a government we need to establish facts. So that's why we're here today. That is one. Then two, we're here also to improve on our community inclusion in solving the drainage problem, and to re-emphasize what the federal government is doing and reassure the community that they are not left alone. The federal government is involved in solving the erosion problem that we have in Shagamu. And the state government is doing its own job, and the local government is expected to do its own job, and the community too will do its own job. So we are likely going to do a bit of diversion as a quick relief. We are going to roll the excavators very soon, so that we can have a quick relief to reduce the volume that is coming towards this side. So we will divert, we will have to create a new elevation, all right? Taking water upstream, that means we have to depress, we have to excavate to a lower level to create a differential elevation as a quick relief, all right, so that the community can have a beautiful season, rainy season, and they won't feel threatened.
Ogun is among the few states to experience high rainfall in 2023. Going by this devastation from the early downpour, one wonders the fate of residents in flood-prone and low-plain coastal areas when the rains intensify.
That's how we wrap up the program for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Yomi Otaigbe.